Hello.
Congratulations. Film fan first, journalist second.
Oh, wow. Excellent. Thank you. I love talking to those.
We can go on about this. But to keep this brief, you said that your screenplay was elevated by your performances. Were Brad and Leo always the choice, or were there other people you had in mind while writing this?
Well, it's funny. They were definitely the people that I had in my fevered dream about who would be fantastic to do this. But I couldn't count on getting those guys. I mean, that's crazy casting coup of the decade. But at the same time, though, it was dependent, since one person is playing the stunt double of the other, that they had to go together. You had to believe that one guy could double the other person. So I had to come up with like a few different examples of people that have different actors who could do that. But because of that, I kind of needed to cast Rick Dalton first. Because once I cast Rick Dalton, then I would know who I would need for Cliff Booth. So that was kind of how the way it all worked out. And then it all worked out in the best way it could possibly work out.
Quentin, right here to your right. Congratulations, Steve Futterman from CBS News.
Hey, Steve.
I wanted to ask you, first of all, I love the KHJ jingles on there.
Oh, thank you.
But I wanted to know, because I know you have to be sensitive about certain issues. The Tate family obviously went through some horrible things.
Yeah.
Tell us your contact with them, explaining to them what you were going to do, and not necessarily getting their blessing, but having them understand what you were trying to do.
Well, then that's a really good question. Even the way you're posing it is an interesting way. I got Deborah Tate's phone number, and I gave her a call. We talked on the phone, and she lives out by Santa Barbara. And so what I did is I drove out there. I drove out to Santa Barbara, and I got a hotel for the weekend. And so we went out, so we got together for like a lunch in Santa Barbara. And by the way, it's a lovely city, so it's a really good place to hang out. But we got together, we had a big lunch, and I kind of talked to her about the movie without trying to spoil everything, but just telling her where I was coming from and what it meant to write the movie, how I felt that I got to know her sister, all right, from writing it. Then we went and had dinner, and then I got to ask her questions. All right, because I wrote a lot of this I wrote a lot of this, and I had done a lot of research, but now I was really talking to, the person who really knows. So I could ask her specific questions. Like for instance, a lot of people actually think that the last lunch of Sharon's life was Joanna Pennant and another person. But no, that was not the case. I found out for sure that it was just Joanna Pennant showed up that day. So then I gave her the script to read, and no one else, not Brad, not Leo, nobody else had the script on their own to take home. I gave it to Deborah to take home and read, and then that was like a Saturday, so then we got together on Sunday and talked about the script. No, that was Saturday, and then I stayed another night, and we got together on Sunday and talked about it. So the whole idea was to just to let her know where I was coming from, and that I wasn't trying to be exploitive, and that I wanted to make her sister a character. And for too long, she has been excluded as a character in her own story. And I have to say, it's one of the things about the movie that I'm the proudest of. If you go back, any of you out here, look at like a 2020 piece on the Manson family. All right, on the anniversary of the murders, whether it be 6 years ago or 7 years ago. Watch it. Now watch it knowing who Sharon Tate is as a person, not just a celebrity person who died, not just a famous victim. You'll burst into tears watching the specials that we all grew up watching, because I think Sharon is taken seriously in a profound way. Sure.
Russ Weekland, Hollywood Life. There's always been talk, rumors, that you're going to end at 10. Do you really want to end with 10 directorial films, or will you ever stop? Like, we don't want you to stop, but.
Well, thank you very much. The whole idea is to leave them wanting more, all right, a little bit. Yeah, that's always the old vaudevillian's way of going out. Yeah, I do like the idea of a 10-film filmography, especially a 10-film filmography where I've spent the last 30 years giving everything in the world that I have to it. And and then dropping the mic and saying, okay, that's it. And there's other things to do. I can write plays, I can direct plays, I could do a TV show, I could do a lot of different things, but the filmography will stand. And there is an umbilical cord link from the 10th film to Reservoir Dogs. So there is this artistic intention that carried from the beginning all the way through the end. And I think that's actually really kind of cool. I think that's really terrific. Also, as time has gone on, I've been making movies for a long time. I've given them a lot. And so now I like the idea of being more of a writer and just me and my pen and a piece of paper and just kind of dealing that way. Thank you. So I can do one more question. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Thanks, guys.